Alright guys, we're on day number 2, and yes, I am wearing the same shirt. We slept in the truck last night, we laid over. A neat little opportunity, a neat little spot. Some of these Cabela's actually have like a horseman's layover. They got some pins, so we found a spot. And didn't quite make to Cheyenne like we wanted to, but now we've been on the road. A couple things happened this morning. I thought I set my alarm for 4 a.m. and my phone hadn't switched to Mountain Standard Time. It was still on Central Time. So when my alarm went off at 4 a.m., it was 3 a.m. But we got up and moving, got the horses fed, got them loaded, and we're past Laramie, Wyoming this morning, and we're on a really pretty stretch of road going through here. And just, I guess, a little quick fact that we were just kind of diving into is you guys will see in behind me occasionally that there is these wooden fences up here, and that we're kind of like driving through the middle of a valley. And so Meredith asked me, why are the wooden fences up? And my first inclination, I was like, I don't know 100% about this, but maybe they're there for this, like as a snow drift. And Meredith did a little Google search and found out that they are there kind of as a snow drift, but also mainly as a wind block. So, not from up here, I'm not really familiar with all that, but my assumption is that when it does get to snowing, those things might turn into solid walls, because it's like a really high slatted fence. And this stretch of road we were on was apparently so bad in the winter that the state and certain legislatures were looking at actually trying to shut it down completely during the winter, because the wind and the snow coming right through here is so bad. And you can see just the way the land lays, it's kind of like riding in a bit of a funnel, and so it can get really wicked. But they put these snow fences up, or whatever the hell they actually call them. Somebody up here is going to correct me in the comments, I'm sure. But they put these fences up, and it's drastically reduced a lot of the accidents. And so looks kind of weird in the middle of the summer, but I'm sure if you're driving up here in the wintertime, which I wouldn't want to be up here in the winter if it was me, I'd rather be hot and humid. But just a little quick fact, as we're kind of trucking through Wyoming, we've got 6.5 hours left out of the 25 road hours total, plus our stops. So we kind of figured it'd be about 28 hours total. We did blow a tire yesterday. That added about an hour and was kind of the reason we didn't make it to Cheyenne, Wyoming when we wanted to. But nonetheless, we got plenty of miles ahead of us. We're going to be getting through, going all the way through Wyoming and up into Idaho. So we'll be taking you guys along for the rest of the ride here. Stretch here on the first half of the trip. We're 5.5 miles away from getting to our destination. It was about 25 hours of drive time, plus the stops, the tire change, getting the new tire put on, all of that stuff. And we've seen some really beautiful scenery, and it's been quite the heck of a trip. A lot of time in the truck. We've made super good time. Everybody's like, you guys must not have slept. We did sleep. The horses got some rest as well. But, you know, one thing that Meredith and I were talking about while we get to share all that beautiful scenery with y'all is that this trip for us is a business trip. And we'll share probably maybe more about that later, but this is a business trip for us. This isn't just like us going out to see national parks. And Meredith and I were talking as we were driving through some of the national parks on the way here, that we would see a lot of the tourists, and it was very clear, like they had to take a vacation time to be able to go see these big national parks, whether it's Yellowstone or the Tetons or like wherever all the places that we were driving through. But I told Meredith, I was like, how cool is this that we're on a business trip headed out here to work with people that we enjoy working with and get to see some of the most beautiful parts of the country. And a lot of time coming through those parks, so we were pretty quiet in the truck, just kind of watching the scenery, watching the water come down through the mountains. And you know, it's just all that. It just kind of reinforces to me why it's so important to pick something that you're good at, that is meaningful, but also that you really enjoy doing, right? And it takes a balance to find those things. It takes a balance to find something that you're really good at and that you can do, what you do is meaningful, not in the sense that it's meaningful in the fact that it has a massive impact, but that it's important because you're good at it and you are fulfilling why you were here put on this earth. You're doing something that you were meant to be doing, and therefore you can enjoy it because you're doing something that you're good at. That's what's really, really important. And so, you know, as of this point, like, I know I feel very much in my niche for where I am, where I'm at and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And it makes it all much more cool when you be able to make these kinds of trips. And I'm trying not to miss my turn. And you can make these kinds of trips and be able to see how amazing, not just the United States is, but how amazing the entire world is. I mean, we've met really cool people thanks to Charlie and Gregory. They really helped us out there in Nebraska, and you know, just run across some neat people all along the way. So nonetheless, guys, thanks for joining us on the first half of this trip, and now we're gonna have some fun. We got some exciting things planned for the next couple of days, in addition to all the work that we have going on while we're out here, that we'll be kind of sharing that journey with y'all. And then we get to make the trip back and make the decision: do we go home the same way we came, or do we look at a different route? So we'll find out. But we're just about 2-3 miles here, and we got to give our wonderful friends a call to let them know that we're right around the corner so that we pull into the correct driveway. So we'll see you guys soon. What's up, everybody? So we're here in Pocatello in Idaho. I'm on GG and we're at a roping. There's a barrel racing going on, and so we got a little bit of a jackpot going on this evening. And you know, just as part of this whole journey, we're getting GG out. She's made the trip out here. It's about 1,500 miles, about 28 hours of haul time. And you guys hopefully can see, if I turn here, hopefully you guys can see, we'll take a few photos of the beautiful, beautiful mountains all the way around us here. A bit of a haze because there's some smoke coming from the wildfires, but just nothing better than getting her out, setting this foundation to serve her the rest of her life.
Now was a good time to shoot this video. Had a couple of team ropers, a couple barrel racers in here literally stirring up the dust because it's pretty dusty in this arena. So dust is settled. Wanted to shoot a quick video to show you guys, or to show you guys some more clips about this. It's pretty hectic in the arena. And so this is GG's first time at an event like this besides going to Indiana. A little different though, because I don't have any control over this environment, whereas in Indiana, it was a little more low key. So it's really good to be able to get her out here. I took her up there. You guys can see the big indoor up there. Had her up there and just hanging out with her. I was on the ground and she was just hanging out standing next to me. Really, really settled in there. I think Meredith took a little video clip we might show you guys. And I'm just out here. We got about 45 minutes until Bart ropes again. And so I'm down here riding GG, just getting some miles put in. Really keeping it consistent, not doing anything different than what we've done at home or at Bart's place when we've been riding. And that's really important, is that she can get out here. There's all these other stimuluses. There's kids running around, there's dogs running around, there's horses with some anxiety, and everything's going on. And so it's really important that I use the tools that we've already set in her toolbox and that I've got in my toolbox to reassure her of her confidence and to really, really get her to where she realizes that when we go to these places, it's all the same. It's all the same. We have the tools inside of us. right outside Santa Claus, Indiana, and man, it's been a long drive home. We're both pretty tired. Mary's been sleeping the last couple hours. She drove one shift for me, but we have gone straight through, left Rigby, Idaho at about 5:15 in the morning, Mountain Standard Time, so about 7:15 in the morning, East Coast time, and we're gonna be rolling in. About 9:30 East Coast time, Monday morning. So it's been a long trip. We're basically going to be able to make it in about 26. I think, yeah, about, if I do the math right, yeah, we'd be making it in about 26 hours, which is pretty solid trip. But we're both pretty tired. We're ready to get the horses off. They've hauled super great. They've been drinking, they've been eating. I know that they're tired. They're gonna get a day or two off after such a long trip, but you know, hauling them's good for them. And you know, honestly, the reason we did it is just the way our trip was coming back. Our halfway point put us in the middle of Nebraska, and there wasn't a whole lot of good options to lay over there. If we went a little bit further, we were towards St. Louis, and still not some great options. So just went ahead and opted just to keep on going, get home, get the horses settled back in, get to tend to some business items that we need to tend to, get some rest, and then get back after it this week. So, all right, and again, diesel's extremely high here too. So it's been an expensive trip, but it's been a fun trip with a lot of updates. Can't wait to share that with you. So you guys take care, and we'll see you guys soon.